Okay, Mike V Power Hour, as I'm sharing the proper screen. All right. We're coming into Thanksgiving. We're coming into just as I approach the video, so many things come in, so many points. So I apologize as I load my layout. All right, it's different type of speculation in the market. There are different type of moves. The same giddiness included. I wasn't giddy, but I was saying it was easy. It was kind of easy. All right, as I'll go to my main screen here as we curate more TradeGateHub. By the way, here's who has earnings. By the way, tonight, Bull. By the way, BMNR. That one hurting everybody. A couple of retailers, BJ, Ross Stores, Gap Stores, got upgraded the other day. All right, again, Power Hour is about putting money to work, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask everybody. Mike V Daily Comment Room. Okay, there was this. By the way, there was the sell signal. Sell signal market, 10 a.m. Again, sell signal market. Let's call it profit taking. Again, with that being said, as I digress, Coach, all over this Uber. You traded Uber pretty well, Coach. Now's the time to press it. You don't trade a lot of those main stocks. I get it, because you can't when you trade the vast majority of instruments you do. I know you trade Uber. Now watch you trade Uber. That's the time, Coach, to press it. Also, again this morning, give an indication, okay? I'm more proud of myself, if you will, even after 28 years and change. It's not what I'm not making. It's not what I'm making. It's not what I'm making. It's what I'm not giving back. Just like a third, 3, 4, 5 year trader. The fact I'm not getting destroyed, not destroyed, or let me give an example. MSTR. Oh, hold on. I am long BMN. I can't get out of this thing. I'm trying to get out of this. All right, the fact that BMNR looks worse than it looks. Believe me. Oh, okay. How about CRCL? They don't let me out of this thing either. 3 days, 82 to 66. There's a whole list of them. I'll go to the main screen in a second. Let's go back. I do want to show one trade though that I like. I'm not quite sure of. I really want to go heavy in it. I knew last night. I was talking to a friend of mine. I remember a TradeGateHub room. After the video popped really healthily and stayed there too, even after the conference call, you could have all you wanted on stocks like see it. It was only offered up $1, and I know that's same church, different pew. With tech stocks squeezing and stocks like CoreWeave and CRCL and BMNR, just out of speculation alone. Even Nokia was offered. Even this Nokia, I couldn't believe. I said something. First of all, the options weren't reflecting the moves in the market. Then this Nokia, right? It ran up because of the deal with Nvidia. So pin action, what's good for usually what's at least on the news that drove Nokia. What's good news for Nokia? Good stock was all had like 500,000 shares offered up like only like 4 cents. I'm like, anyway, the price action showed. You're reading the tape showed. Go to the latest news column. Help curate it. Jesus feed. Live squawk. Market watch. What's moving? Well, I have another one. Another one I want to put. Instead of going to the red YouTube icon, let's do a couple of things right now. Keep us out of trouble. Instead now it's what is it now? Live stream. But enough of me. Enough of me. Let's talk about you. This is what I say when I went dating. That's all. So listen, enough about me. Let's talk about you. What do you think about me? Anyway, Or I used to say a joke. I used to tell the ladies I'm bisexual. So you buy me another drink, I'll get sexual. Is that sorry? This is a what is this? Review your what is this? That is my email. Trade. Oh, I don't want to update the email now. Don't do it to me. Sorry about the poor taste in jokes. Let's get to action. You're gonna try. Listen, this is where these small positions turn into bigger losers. Don't let down being, this is where these brackets they show, if you're down 20% on the stock, you really got to make back 28%. If you're down 50% on a stock, you actually have to make 100% back. Don't let that get in that slippage. It's happening here. To me, to a degree too, but on light shares. Doesn't make it right. I'm trying to manage it the best I can. You're going to be wrong before you're right. How about that? Update. Let's go to Jesus. If you don't believe me, believe Jesus. Programs quiet down, some extremely light bounce sweeper activity, but nothing major. Okay, there you go. Nobody's, the VIX is still not even that high. I'm not going to be like an old Generation X guy saying, "Oh, you don't remember? Everybody hasn't seen the cycle." It could get out of hand. It's possible. Trust me. All right. So this is said to me, all right? Some extremely light people trying to catch a little bit of a bounce, but the people put sweepers saying relax. They might go in it again. I'm going to tell you when I say something bad could happen. There's more. There's more besides RGTI coming down to this. We're talking about Clorox. All right, we took a position in the fund. I took a position in it. Okay, look at this thing. Now, either I got to root for a pandemic and the whole world's got to go Clorox again, which I'm not. At least I'm hedged. Or, look at the weekly. All right, so is tax law selling? That's what it says to me. No question. This is almost a couple of weeks, if you will, 8 trading days, including Thanksgiving holidays until December. All right, but that something when I say it could get out of hand, this Clorox building this proverbial maybe base with volume. It does like a little washed out with the volume. Everybody got stopped out. Doesn't mean it's the low. It means it's an entry point for me. But you know what? If these other ones keep selling like Nvidia, great call, coach, reversing today, this turns into a bear flag and breaks low again, just like a Home Depot. Then it could get out of hand. Now, out of hand means, you're going to be doubling down and stuff. Hasn't posted in 4 hours. It's bearish. This guy, you can't hear it. Everybody shut up now. Where's this boy? He's not bad, man, but you know what? Has a little, I bet you. Uh-oh, did he block me? Why would he block me? Post him on 6 hours as it posted. Yeah, there's a chart on the VIX. It's fair. He's Now, if it gets out of hand, getting out of hand could be 30. No, it's not 30. If it was a stock to me, if it either breaks below that 2250, the bottom support, and stays there, that's a fail. But if it's a stock, I kind of like it. So if it's a VIX, that means the volatility. And if it does go to 30 and a half, look what it's 24 now. When you're pointing out stocks like Clorox, RGTI, and Nvidia reversing, some fins not acting well, they're going to a couple of commodities, bravo. But that goes to 30, it might feel like it's getting out of hand. I don't have to put on the public Jesus feed. We got it on the TradeGateHub. That's Nvidia. He basically says, look, gap up reversals on positive news are an indicative of a strong market. That's saying you could just put $ NVDA if you wanted to. Similar trader to myself, Sunrise Trader, quiet. His last post is a VIX. This guy's got 200. His last post is a VIX. You get it, all right? You know what I mean? Holy smokes. Somebody's texting me. Whatever they call it. Texting. Somebody's beeping me. Got a brave. I'm telling you, this is going to be a hell of a room. Like I haven't even showed the best part yet. And that's Jose's going to come on in. No, like, let's go to the charts. All right. You saw it as earnings. There is no liquidity. There isn't. And you want to see something zero? Let me go back from arguably the one of the top followed feeds of 2.2 million. His last post was ES top book of depth, no liquidity. One of the few that I liked today, and it was from our boy Connor. He hit the nail on the head too. From the young to the old, they get it. You just got to be aware. And then it's you against you and know your style. Right here. Liquidity to sell into. Oh, know your environment. So go to the main page. Oh no, I got to go to the YouTube page. I'm going to get distracted if I go to my main page. But we all must go on. Jose, thank you, by the way. Brownie Elf. Oh, you changed the name. Brownie Elf? All right, it's not bad. Not bad. Brownie.elf, space elf. So you don't want any on Twitter to find you. There are a lot of liquid charts. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Brownie Elf. I could still call you Jane Norm. And Jose, yeah, no, Jose's performing at a high level. Let's take a look at the book. That's a nice icon. Oh, you know what? I know. I know you. You're a follower. You're a believer of the Twitter feed of one of my 448 followers. Imagine if I actually tweeted. What is the elf? Oh, you're not even verified. The elf is not verified? The elf is not verified. I'm not going to call you out. That's publicly calling you out. Something of interest. I know you don't tweet. You have no reason to tweet. You like Cleveland teams. Interest. His note. Oscar. You know you like UNH down here. You might as well like Oscar Madison. They're trying to pick the bottom on Oscar Madison. This thing is similar too. It could get uglier. This look the quality. I mean, this is $24. Look, this is the stock. Hold on, I'm squeezing a little. did I buy? But the VIX? I don't want to buy the VIX. I want to buy more Zim. Remember when I posted the hood? I posted that hood. Somebody went out there and man, laid that thing out near the top. 5 million share put, I believe it was Elf, J Norm. I can't Elf. Ugh. J. They did the same in MU. They did the same in MU. Man, that's incredible. They got to sell MU to pay for the margin calls and still a winner. To pay for the margin calls in Bitcoin. Incredible. A good stock picker, Jane, though. Be proud of yourself, to be honest. I bought the VIX. I'll sell the VIX. What am I loaning the VIX for? BMNR. Is it going to bounce at all? Am I holding this thing to earnings? I'm going to have to sweat this freaking thing out. I don't have much. All right, let's go. McDonald's breaking high, top left. Let's talk. Bros positive. Some of these retailers are bouncing. McDonald's, dead cat bounce. McDonald's, there's the bounce. Bros, I saw was positive. Top right screen. Some of these things. Walmart's up 7. That's why. That's why. Home Depot's not up 7. Etsy got nothing. Let's go to a couple of retailers. CNC I saw was down a lot in the fund today. Now I'm gonna have to reevaluate this thing. You know what I mean? Look, 3 trading days ago, 4 trading days. This looked beautiful above the gap. UNH, everybody's on the UNH bandwagon. Looked beautiful. It did close on the high. Now I got to reevaluate this thing. Now all of a sudden I'm long 10,000 of it from a nice price, and that. Johnny John. That's in the fund. Let's look. Johnny Johnson and Johnson. Pure as they come. If you didn't own Johnson and Johnson, it's a $200 stock. What are you going to do? Look at that thing. Want to talk about? Oh, it's a minute chart. Duh. Medtronic in the group. What's the other ones we were looking at? Frog. Oh my God, they stepped on the frog. Everybody disappeared. And that's not bearish. We got some smart people around, you know? They're not hiding. They're planning. MU, Celestica. Let's sell Celestica. I'm a winner to sell for the Bitcoin margin call. There we go. Oh, this is the stock I wanted to talk about. All right, let's talk about this, okay? I've been trading this stock well and actively. Trading it actually well. Zim. What is this? I'm messy. Zim. Had earnings today. It's a shipper. Now it's a little extended on the RSI. Could get out of hand. Believe me, the stock's heavily shorted. Okay. There's the weekly. Believe me, there's all the charts. I know where it is because I look at it. Holding the weekly 50 days. Got the volume there. Okay. Had earnings today. They're opening in the hole. There's Mike V. Whole way. Actually, you know what? I'm selling you some at 1636 because pre-market. This is the Zimmer. I caught it. Now listen, bottom line is I'm in the shipping stock and aware of it. Stock that's going from 1637. There's right there the red. And I am selling it at 1735. I'm sorry, 1636. There is on the right. So I'm present enough to make $1.20 on an earnings stock. I know the range about it. All right. So They opened it weak, and by the way, it had some volume early in the morning. I'm like, all right, I didn't have much, 8,800 shares to be exact. Michael Irvin. Actually, that's Alvin Harper. Okay, now let's look at the rest of the shippers. Throat, hanging in there, Sting. Okay. And then I got a shipping guy. I actually got a shipping guy. Guy's a lunatic who wouldn't be a lunatic with a shipping guy. But then I read the research report. I got ahead of myself. This is the guy, by the way, Chris Shipping. Now we're talking about how news now, positive news is being sold. I mean, I'm not that smart. The point's worth making, believe me. This guy's a lunatic. He posts a lot. I hope he's not on the feed. Here it is. Right. Two guys resigned, two board members resigned right after earnings. Trust me. He might have deleted it as a rat. I'm wasting too much time on it, but it's a good point. People resigned. Stock still went up. Here it is. Zim conference call was uneventful. No comment on the management buyout. The board has managed the process of two of the board members decided to resign. So I'm saying, all right, into earnings, the stock's heavily shorted. Maybe it's a zero. It used to, by the way, anybody knows anything about Zim? There was a zero at one point. That's after a split down here. So I'm saying, all right, two board members resigned. Something's charts acting well. Now it recovered. Now it's saying around the 17 area. I might go in this thing hard. Public Jesus feed, advanced decline line. You can also catch that TradeGateHub news feed. Ooh, we should cut in December. What is this? December cut? SanDisk on the low. Look at my news top to bottom left. Do you see that? Man, that is the perfect example of an elevator up, stairs up, elevator down, elevator up, elevator down. That's incredible. Oh, God. Tomorrow's Friday. All I can hear is Coach saying markets don't bottom on a Friday. They usually don't. Yeah, SanDisk. Look, Mike V. Getting hot again. I bring that up and Jay, you listening, Jay? Jesus, by the way, his name is Jay. Where are all the guys from yesterday? No. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm not alone here. When things calm down, you're not going to see it. You're going to see dead. Sure, you're going to have these violent, maybe not though, dead cat bounces of like RGTI, IONQ, TEM. Actually, not a TEM. TEM's quality. But if and when they do bounce, you get they're going to want to have quality back on the books. I'm not sure if it's going to be a SanDisk, but it's certainly going to be something like an Apple. It's probably going to be a Mag stock. This isn't that bad. Okay, what is that? 10% correct? Not even 10%. $7. All right, so it's 8%. They're going to want to buy the quality. Hopefully they'll go in BMNR too. This is what, you know what? It's like whatever you do to check yourself as your health, whatever it is. I'm not seriously. I'm not saying it's what I look at. First, it's like a weatherman. First, what does he look? I guess he looks at the temperature. This is what I look as an active trader. That's what I look at right there. So I look at volume, range. What that tells me, even bigger volume range in equities. So I guess we'll end it as I started with knowing yourself as a trader and fundamentals. Know what's out there. Okay, you know what I mean. You're a center fielder. Don't pretend to be a catcher. You're still in the major leagues. You're still, you might bat third or fourth. Just don't get out of the lineup. I'm serious. All right, it's you against you at this point. We all know what to do. A lot of people here are very advanced in stock picking, all around it. Nobody is asking about Bank of America, and they can. That's fine. But it's like I said. Okay, these are short-term rentals. It's different type of speculation. Cheers.